Welcome back to Potent Logic, gentlemen. Provocative wisdom and guidance for every man. Consider what makes a man a man. It is your strength, ability to protect, ability to resist addictions, and ability to fight fear. Everything that modern civilization tends to throw away. Surprisingly, modern science will have you believe that your high testosterone level is the cause of your hair loss. In doing so, they will make you want to lower your testosterone. But why would men with more testosterone grow strong and thick beards if testosterone causes hair loss? Why do men from the past who had better diets and more testosterone always have a full head of hair and seem more content all around? Having high testosterone should be the goal of every man. You will notice that your sleep will improve and that overcoming addictions will become easier. It's right, you heard that correctly. Some guys believe that by practicing seed retention, they will increase their testosterone levels. While this is true and supported by science, the opposite is also true. Raising your testosterone makes it far more simpler to stop any addiction, including beating your meat. Regrettably, modern men seem to have lost this vigor. You will see feminine soy boy guys that refuse to strive for a better world like their forefathers. Our generation's youth are lost and in need of leadership. In 1987, a typical 70-year-old man had testosterone levels that are higher than the average 20-year-old boy nowadays. If you're concerned about men's health, I strongly advise you to obtain a blood test to determine your testosterone levels. The majority of males nowadays have testosterone levels of less than 600 nanograms per deciliter. Previously, men had an average testosterone level of 1,000 nanograms per deciliter. Fortunately, your masculinity can be increased. Simply changing your behaviors will result in noticeable improvements. Number 1. Soaking in the sun. Soaking in the sun is habit number 1, which is possibly the simplest yet most overlooked. Vitamin D is synthesized by your skin in response to sun exposure. Vitamin D is essential for over 1,000 biological functions, including testosterone synthesis. Guys with adequate vitamin D levels have higher testosterone levels than men who are lacking. Unfortunately, most of us do not spend nearly enough time outside as we should. As a result, there's a vitamin D deficiency. It has risen to the top of the list of the micronutrient deficiencies in Western industrialized countries. Aside from vitamin D, some estimates reveal that 74% of Americans are deficient. Another big benefit of absorbing sunlight is controlling your biological clock, which regulates the hormones your body secretes when the sun rises and sets. You'll be invigorated in the morning yet exhausted at night. There will be no more tossing and turning, just a good night's sleep to recharge both mind and body for the next day. There's no exact suggestion for the amount of time you should spend in the sun because it varies on factors such as skin tone, location, and time of the day. But in general, your skin can soak up the sun in 15 minutes if you're lighter colored and 1 hour if you're darker skinned. Get in the sun before 11 a.m. If possible, it's also been suggested that sunbathing your privates is a sure way to improve manhood. So, get out there. Number 2. Water intake. Tracking your water intake is habit number 2. You already know how critical it is to stay hydrated. However, it is quite easy to dismiss what is being said when you hear it again. 75% of Americans, according to Medical Daily, suffer from chronic dehydration. The sensation of thirst indicates that you're mildly dehydrated. Even mild dehydration, on the other hand, can increase the stress hormone cortisol and a considerable drop in growth hormone levels. The participants were asked to execute the same exercise in 3 different hydration stages for this study. Dehydrated people had greater cortisol levels, which means they gained less muscle mass after exercise. Drink at least a gallon of water per day. Get a bottle that measures how many liters of water you've consumed, then figure out how many times you'll need to refill and drink it during the day to reach 1 gallon. Number 3. Competition. The third habit is to participate in a competition. We are competitive by nature as males, and testosterone feeds our desire to succeed. The winner effect describes how winning any competition causes a surge in testosterone levels. It significantly affects testosterone and dopamine levels. Many men who want to learn seed retention turn to competition since it's the most effective approach to substitute porn's fake dopamine. When was the last time you competed in a male-dominated sport? Each of us has an inner warrior waiting to be released. Give your inner warrior a place to express themselves through sports like boxing, basketball, or even soccer. Compete, and don't simply compete for the sake of participating. Compete to win. Regardless of what the coaches say, at least you tried. You've come to take control, not to participate. With this desire, you'll be forced to train while others are not, and you will easily outperform 99 of your peers. Keep in mind that this principle applies to everything, not just sports. Men are built to conquer, which might mean competing and overcoming your addiction, competing and conquering your business, competing and conquering your studies, relationships, and so on. Number 4. Practice mindfulness. Fourth habit, practice mindfulness. Whether it's your job, financial condition, family commitments, dating life, or anything else, it's quite simple to constrain yourself to social conventions and succumb to stress. But the problem isn't the stress itself. Instead, we cannot deal with stress properly when it becomes a lifelong condition. Cortisol levels rise. Cortisol has an inverse relationship with testosterone. Thus, greater cortisol levels result in reduced testosterone. In addition, prolonged stress causes chronic inflammation, a depressed immune system, and an increase in pain occurrence. As a result, 70 to 90% of healthcare visits are for stress-related illnesses. Adopting a mindful practice, such as walking in the park or playing golf, has been shown to combat chronic stress and excessive cortisol levels. Furthermore, mindfulness practice can help you develop perspective, which will assist you to deal with whatever comes your way. Some men complain of getting blue balls when on seed retention, which is a kind of stress and tension. So what's the answer? Simple: mindfulness. Number 5. Take cold showers. Finally, take cold showers for habit number 5. Men have long known that chilly temperatures increase testosterone levels. They say that when the first pioneers got to America, they observed Native American youngsters playing in frigid rivers and lakes like nothing. Similarly, many ancient Greek warriors and barbarians used to take frigid plunges during battle. It's no secret that exposing your body to sub-zero temperatures boosts testosterone levels. Cryotherapy is an option if you want to take things to the next level. Cryotherapy is repeatedly exposing your body to sub-freezing liquid nitrogen for 2 to 3 minutes. These are fairly simple behaviors for increasing testosterone. But there are many larger habits to consider if you want to reach the levels our forefathers had. This is where your whole diet and lifestyle come into play. We will discuss those major habits in future videos. For now, don't forget to show some love, tap the subscribe button, and hit like for the algorithm to see the next best way to level up as a man. As always, it has been a pleasure.